Hey Binanceans, welcome back to this week's Binance Beach. This week we're going to take you behind the scenes of the Binance Accelerator Program, shining a light on what it's like to be an intern at Binance, from career growth to skills learned to community impact. I'm Oliver, taking over the Binance Beach this week, an ex-intern myself, and joining me is Kai, one of our current interns here at Binance ANZ. So Kai, would you like to take a second to introduce yourself?
Yeah, cool. Thank you, Ollie. So my name's Kai. This is my about a month and a half into the internship now at Binance Australia on the marketing team. So a bit of background about myself. I started coding throughout high school and primary school. And then I think I started through a family friend getting into crypto, I think at about 14. Started mining some random coin. That would have been about 2019. And then at about 16, I started work in IT sales when I was in year 11 of high school, and then started using that money to get into crypto.
Nice. So the Accelerator Program. So first things first, what drew you to the program? Like, what made you apply? Yeah, what stood out to you?
So I'm currently studying finance at university and having a background in tech and wanting to get into crypto. I think I actually met you in 2023 at Oz CryptoCon in Melbourne. I remember I was at work one day and you guys popped up in my email, free tickets from Binance for Oz CryptoCon. So I gave it to a few of my mates and ended up coming down. And so I met you and the team and James, and I think you handed me the Binance Accelerator little card, which I kept somewhere. So yeah, ended up halfway through university now and looking for an internship, and you guys were hiring, so put my hand up straight away.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, man, I remember that day. That was not long into my own intern journey, and like that's what, 2 years ago now. So yeah, looking back a while, it's the stars have aligned, right? You've ended up here.
Yeah.
So I guess, what was your first impression of the Binance culture when you joined as an intern? Any first thoughts?
Well, it's my first proper job in corporate, as you'd say. So it was a massive learning curve from that perspective. Meeting a team, learning how it runs internally is incredible. Just corporate in general, but the team's amazing. It's really laid back, but everyone works super hard and really dedicated.
Yeah, it's a great team to be a part of. I'm sure we're both very happy to be a part of the team. And so my next question would be, how did your tech and like coding background prepare you for this role?
Well, the role that I'm in now is mainly marketing, but in something like crypto, I think having a tech background in general is super helpful in regards to knowing a little bit about the coins and the technology behind it, and a bit about blockchain, especially at community events and meeting people, and you have a better understanding of what's actually happening underneath.
Yeah, nice. I think what goes for both of us, right? We both got into the space long before we joined as an intern, so the whole crypto side was no surprise. But yeah, it's fun to be a part of it. So I guess moving on, let's start talking about life as a Binance intern. I mean, I know this all so well, and I'm sure you're starting to get into it more as well. But like first things first, has there been? I know it's only been a month and a half, but has there been any highlights so far?
Highlight would have been when we did a community event in Adelaide a couple of weeks ago now. So that was awesome. So flew down there with some of the team down to Adelaide, met a bunch of the community, helped plan the event, get that organized. It was, probably a massive highlight.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to ACC coming up in a couple of weeks now.
Yeah, that's going to be a big event. Hope to see all of you guys there. Yeah, man, like the community events really, personally, is what drives me to stay in this industry and keep, and like why I love working for Binance. I was at one myself personally last night in Christchurch, down at the University of Canterbury, and just getting to talk to users and people in the space and see how passionate they are really reignites that fire inside of myself to really push forward and push this industry further than it already is. So my next question would be, what skills do you think you've developed so far? Like, you say that you just joined it as your first corporate job. You've got a tech background, but jumping into marketing, because I was down the same path as you. Had a bit of a tech background, jumped straight into marketing, and it's quite a learning curve. So I'd like to hear, what skills do you think you might have gained or developed while you've been here for the past month?
I think really learning how to support your team and doing work, even if it's outside of when you'd traditionally be a 9 to 5. If someone needs something done or where I can help out and pitch in, Binance being such a global company, I know I've done some few later nights, especially if there's teams overseas. Like it's nice to catch up with them as well. Like a lot of the European team and a bit of the American team. So it's really cool to connect and make friends with people internationally.
Yeah, for sure. It's like one big family, right? Like we're all connected, you know. Sometimes replying to messages on a Saturday, but we do it for the love of the industry.
Yeah. Another thing would be trying to bring over as much knowledge from externally as you have. Like you said, I'm in marketing currently at Binance, but I'm studying finance. So trying to use as much Excel skills as I can and bring over anything that I've learned from the sort of analysis background in finance has been super
Yeah.
helpful. And I think the team's really appreciative of that.
Yeah, 100%, man. Those skills are really handy. And I was just talking about this last night at my event as well. It's like the crypto industry is so diverse, right? And you know, you meet all these people from different walks of life that haven't necessarily came on the same path. So it's all about using the skills that you have and applying them to the role that you're in, right? So how can we use the knowledge and the experiences that each individual has and really combine that to create a really powerful message for the brand of Binance?
Yeah.
And I guess I'll follow into my next question. So how was working at Binance compared to what you expected? Like anything that you didn't expect, anything that you did expect? Yeah, any standouts there?
I think it was cool coming in, getting to meet the team, because as we said before, I met you before, I met James, met Liam, Orlando, shout out to Orlando, the previous intern. So coming into it, it was cool to see how global and connected it really is with all the different teams, and really be able to connect with those sort of people. I think the connections that I've made from here, from doing those like international calls and seeing other teams has been really helpful.
Yeah, super valuable. I remember I think it was six months into my internship, like right near the end of it, I got the invite to ACC, which, as we just spoke about, we're heading to in a few weeks now. But yeah, that was probably my big standout moment as an intern, was like ACC, meeting the team and collaborating with everyone across Australia and everybody in the industry. Frankly, it's an amazing space and the growth is exponential. And like looking forward to seeing how ACC turns out this year. I'm hoping it's bigger and better than ever. So I guess moving on to looking ahead. So how do you see the Binance internship? Again, I know it's only very recent, but how do you see this impacting your career trajectory? Like, have you had any thoughts since joining, or has it opened your eyes to any new spaces within Web3 or crypto in general? Or how's it going?
So as we said before, I'm currently second year of uni, so I'm about to go on to summer break, and then I'll have about 4 months left of the internship, so I'll finish in Feb. But I really couldn't see myself leaving. Like it's such a family that we've made, and all the late night calls and all the work that we've got done. It's really nice, and it feels more like a family than just a 9-to-5 work team.
Yeah,
so
100%.
Career-wise, I'm aiming to eventually go down finance and analyst sort of route, but definitely staying in the crypto and digital asset realm. That's where I see the future going, and I don't see any reason to head back into a lot of TradFi stuff.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I remember after my internship finishing up, I actually ended up leaving for about a year and a half before coming back and joining the team. But yeah, just seeing how hard the team works and how work can be a big family, and everybody collaborating and no ideas ever shut down. It's always, the book is completely open to anybody who wants to speak. The mic's always there. So yeah, I think that impacted me personally a lot as well. Just really being able to speak up and feel empowered even in an intern position. Because you hear about all these different internships and the bottom of the barrel, kind of doing the tough work. But the team is really, really inclusive and all about creating growth within you as a person and for your career, right? So it's all about how Binance and the ANZ team, shout out to James and Liam, really, really fostering my career personally, and I'm sure you'll see it as well, Kai. But anything they can do to really push you along and get you to where you want to be is that's their main focus.
100%. Even with my classes now, they've been able to manage and schedule 3 days a week when I'm working now around my classes, and even this week with exams, being able to take the time as long as you get your work done, get ready for your exams. So they've been really accommodating, which has been absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it makes life real nice and easy. Yeah. So I guess leading after that, what advice would you give to future interns or Binance interns?
Put yourself out there. Go into as many group meetings as you can. Go to all the extra stuff that you can. I know there was one meeting I was at a couple of weeks ago. It's like 1 a.m. our time, but I got to meet a bunch of the European team, which was awesome, and see what they're doing. All from different teams, not just marketing. So definitely putting yourself out there. Make sure you're available at all times as much as you can. Like even we said, even on weekends, if you have to, just get back to the messages, make sure everything's covered, touch base with everyone so you know what's going on.
Yeah. And, crypto's a 24/7 industry. That's not necessarily working 24/7, but, it's just about staying up to date with the news and being on top of everything, right? And that's probably, I'll segue that into my advice for interns. It's like, jump into the community, get involved with every piece, and that's internally and externally, like go through Twitter, scroll and get into communities, and talk to people who are in the space, because these are the people who are building the next chapter of crypto, and to be able to connect with them is really important for your career growth, for our career growth, and just growth in general.
Definitely going to his IRL events as well. I remember before I started at Binance, probably about a year, 2 years ago now, I started going to IRL events. I looked up, I think, crypto events in Melbourne and ended up making a lot of good friends through there. I think Upside in Melbourne does a good few events. So just meeting people in the community, meeting people from all the different exchanges, and lots of different people from all different walks of life are in crypto. And it's really nice to have those connections and build that community.
Yeah, 100%. I totally agree with you. Those are like I said earlier in the interview, but those are the best moments, meeting people who are so passionate and so keen to be in the space. And that really drives me, and I'm sure you as well, to get involved and try and make the space better and safer for everybody, right, involved.
Yeah.
If you're interested in the Binance Accelerator Program, check out our careers page for open roles and upcoming intakes. It's a great program. I'll speak from experience. I loved it. It set me up for great opportunities. And my career growth has been exponential ever since joining Binance. So thank you, Kai, for joining us.
Thank you.
And tune in next week for an October special when Liam's back. So see you, Binanceans.
Please note that this discussion includes insights from non-affiliated third parties and key opinion leaders. Binance provides this platform for informational and educational purposes only and is not responsible for any content or insights provided. This information should not be considered as financial, tax, or investment advice from Binance. DYOR Binanceans.